Here's the problem. I've never had a traditional Christmas. Like, you know, people around the tables, lots of family around, like super happy and smiley, and like the stereotypical stuff you see on TV and in magazines. Because of that, Christmas is literally a big fat yearly reminder that I'm missing out on what everyone else should have or does have. I know that everyone doesn't have a traditional Christmas. Like, obviously everyone's family is so different and everyone has such a different view of what makes a happy Christmas, if you even celebrate Christmas. But I feel like if you're one of those people that gets labelled a Grinch, or like, oh my god, you don't like Christmas, why don't you like Christmas? It's not even because you don't like Christmas itself, it's because you don't like the way that your situation doesn't match up to the fantasy of Christmas or what you see on TV about Christmas. It's not nice knowing that your situation is totally different to what everyone else has or what everyone else is having. It's similar but not exactly the same as like you go to school, you got an Android and everyone else has an iPhone and you get made fun of. Like, you're different to everyone else and you don't like the fact that you're getting like made fun of for it. Being different in any facet or any area of life, it's gonna be really like annoying and hard to deal with, just like it is with Christmas. Like, if you don't have a traditional family, it's gonna be so annoying to try and like navigate that time of year. That's what got me thinking, like, your relationship with Christmas is directly linked to your relationship with your family. I'd go as far as to say like almost any family holiday. Like, let me know. I don't celebrate things like Thanksgiving, Eid, Hanukkah, other religious family holidays, but let me know, is it like you don't like the holiday, or is it you don't like the way that your family picture doesn't match up with the fantasy of what your family should look like? It's kind of embarrassing not to have a traditional Christmas. Like, I feel it affects you more when you're younger. Like, when you're younger and you go to school, you have to talk about what gifts you want, what's on your wish list, what you're gonna ask for, and then you have to talk about what you got after Christmas holiday. It's a lot tougher because I feel like kids are so much more judgmental. Like, when I was in school, the way that people would get judged and judge others is wild. Totally different to now as an adult, where it's actually a little bit more lenient and people are a lot more understanding of the fact that, okay, your family's different, you don't celebrate in the way that we do. Like, it's totally okay, but there's still something in the back of your mind that's like a little bit, your family's not normal and you don't do things the normal way, and it's just like in the back of your mind it makes you feel a little bit embarrassed. At least I do. People that don't like Christmas, they don't actually dislike Christmas, they just dislike the fact that the way that they celebrate it doesn't look like how it should look. And even the word should is so annoying because there is no perfect Christmas. There is no way it should look. Christmas has become, just like Valentine's Day, so much more about spending and like finances and money than it actually has like the actual core of it, which is spending time with family. And I don't get me wrong, I love spending time with family despite the title of this video, despite the thumbnail, but it's just the way that it's like I literally have me and my mum around the dinner table. I don't have like a big family. Like, my mum and dad aren't together, they're divorced. I'm glad that they are, like, it's not that bad. Like, I love spending time with my mum, she's literally my best friend, but it's just, it's like awkward. It's like, oh, that's not what everyone else does. That looks totally different. Like, imagine seeing that on TV, on the Tesco advert, like 2 people around a dinner table on Christmas Day. Like, I love it, but it's just awkward, and I don't want to post about it online on Instagram stories and stuff because it's like people will look at that and think it's weird. Like, that's my issue. It's like, I think it's getting better though. In TV adverts and stuff, I've started to see them kind of like mix up the family dynamic. Like, it's not always mum and a dad, it's like 2 mums, or it's an interracial relationship. It's like, still, everyone's got their own unique situation and not everyone fits into what I've just, like, those examples. Like, sometimes you've just got 2 people around a dinner table and it's just like, oh, it's just an awkward time. Besides the present giving, I think that's one of my love languages, like gift giving. I love giving presents to other people. I love shopping for other people, thinking about what they would like, trying to think of like what they would like enjoy opening on Christmas Day. But it's just the build up to it that I don't like. I think the day itself I actually love. Like, I love Christmas Day itself. It's so chill. I'd rarely give myself a break to actually like sit down and do nothing. So the fact that I'll get that this year is obviously really nice. But yeah, I just feel like it's the lead up to it and like the talking about it and like the thinking about my family, me and my mum, and then everyone else is gonna have like a massive house jam-packed full of people. It's just like, oh, okay, I don't have that, but I don't want to feel bad about it because I like the way that my family's small, and I do have a bigger family down in the, you know, in London, in the rest of the country, but it's like we don't always go there every year for Christmas. It's a long journey. It's like me and my mum is fine and I feel fine with that, but it's just the pressure. Do you know what I mean? Christmas makes you compare, which obviously isn't good because, as we all know, comparison is the thief of joy. It's the most cringy saying ever, but it really, really is. But it's on another level with Christmas because it's like you have to revisit it every year. Like, whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to see other people online like share what they got, or you're gonna have to talk about it when you go back to school, when you go back to work. And I feel like with the internet, you now see how thousands of people celebrate Christmas. Like, you see how your friends do it, your colleagues do it, like influencers do it, Molly May does it, the footballers do it. Like, you see it all online and you see these massive Christmas trees. I don't really compare myself to like that sort of thing, but it's just like, I feel like when you're younger it's tough because you're comparing the family side, the present side. It's just a lot. I just feel like it's a whole other reason why you wouldn't enjoy Christmas, and it's totally valid. Like if you don't even have a Christmas tree, which is so common. I grew up a couple of years without a Christmas tree, and you go online and you see all these celebs and people, maybe even people at your school, people at your job with like massive Christmas trees, decorations all around the house. Like it's just gonna make you feel crap, and it's another reason why you might not like Christmas, because it just makes you feel guilty every year that you don't have what everyone else has. It's so tough because we all know you shouldn't compare, but it's tough not to. Comparison is toxic AF, but it builds resilience. Like I feel like when you compare, and you obviously, most of the time when you compare you feel bad about yourself, like I don't have this, I don't have that, but then sometimes it kind of like pushes you to work harder and do well, because you actually want to in the future have better things for yourself. So it can build resilience and make you work harder sometimes. But more recently I found that when I compare, it actually makes me like more grateful for things. Like I'm comparing and thinking, oh, I don't have a big family, I don't have all these things that I see online, but oh my god, I have an amazing mum. Like I literally love spending Christmas with my mum, just the two of us, and it makes me like focus on the better things and the good things. Hot take: when you hate something, you don't actually hate that thing, you just hate what it reminds you of. For example, I've said in the past I hate Christmas. Now at 22 I know I don't hate Christmas, I just hate that it reminds me of the fact that my family's different, it looks different. I used to hate my room being really messy. I love like tidying and making my bed. I'm such like an organized, neat person, but it's like not actually like I hate my room being messy, I just hate disorganization and hate like chaos. Like I feel like people label us when we say we hate Christmas, but we don't actually hate Christmas. It's just the fact that it reminds us of something negative. Maybe like you don't have a lot of money, you don't have the money that you wanted to spend on your kids. Because I've realized now, growing up, I'm not a child anymore, but I'm definitely not like an adult with kids, but Christmas is so much pressure for people with children. Like it's so like sad but also admirable the way that people want to make Christmas amazing for their kids and make it like so memorable and so fantastic, and like they want to give their kids everything, but then they can't. And I feel like you might be one of those people that dislikes Christmas because of that reason, because you've got pressure to kind of provide and live up to the expectations online. And there's just so many reasons. I feel like people label us for not liking Christmas, but there's reasons for it. But that's enough from me. I'll leave you on that note to reflect. You don't actually hate what you hate, you just hate what it reminds you of. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.